Hello, it's Em and it's time for FlossTube. And I've worked on quite a few projects this last 2 weeks, so there are a few things I want to show you. First, let's start with the Ferry. And Ferry almost has the full skirt done because there's this part left for the typical skirt part. And then basically that's it. I can move forward with either some details here or up. So I'm really happy that the skirt is almost finished. It looks nice. I like those effects that different shades of red have here. But I have to say, it was kind of boring to work on the same place over and over again. And although you see the progress, obviously, but you know, there's just it's not the same as really working on different things and seeing that yes, the character or just the image is really moving forward a lot and changing. So I'm really looking forward to changing into something different, I have to say. Then we've got tea. And tea is almost finished, I have to say. I don't have much left. I need to do backstitch details around the cup and this part on the bottom. On the tea bag, this rope sort of here, and the border of the tea bag and this little piece of paper. And tiny details in the cup and in this, I think it's also a tea bag, it's just this kind of circle one. And that's it. Actually, the rest is done. So this is very, very close to finish. There are mistakes because the flowers are crooked. Especially this one. This one is pretty okay. I managed to save it, but this one looks still pretty crooked, but that's fine. I've learned how to sort of wing it and save some things. So this might be a finish this year. It's not my favorite. I don't like really much working on it, but yay, getting close to the end. Now, Hogwarts. With Hogwarts, I didn't work much. I just finished this detail here in this yellow part and started some details here in the Gryffindor part. I mean, this is something I wanted to work on this year, to work on Gryffindor, but you can't really see yet that it's Gryffindor. I mean, obviously yellow golden is Gryffindor's color, but there is the same color here, but it looks more like Ravenclaw's symbol because you can see the shape of wings. But here, not much to see yet, but I'm looking forward to just going on with it with Hogwarts Crest. And I think this is, out of the ones that I've been working on, this is my favorite because it's on count 16 and it's really more delicate and just looks nicer than the other ones. So I like this one, even though, yeah, I haven't moved forward too much. But I hope to work on later and finish the design. And I think it will look much better than those that I work on with count 14 because it's just so much nicer and more delicate and just more everything. So yeah, Hogwarts is done. Then the Mexican lace, also not too much improvement. Just let me figure out where the top is and the bottom. Oh, I think it works this way. I've worked a tiny bit here in those orange spaces because I'm running out of this orange and I have to figure out whether I will need orange for this or for the Virgo that I will show you later, because they use the same color and I really have the absolute last of that color. So I'll just need to visit my haberdashery, I guess, and buy the orange, because it is really popular among the designs that I have. So not too much work here, because other actual cross stitches that I need to work, there aren't too many of them left. They also require floss that I lost. So for example here, those droplets, I could do them because in the design they go all over the circle, all around the circle, but you know, they disappeared. The floss, I don't know where it is. And there is also a white that I have, but it's also more for back stitches, and in here those back stitches annoy me a little too much, so I'm not looking forward to doing them. But I really want to finish this and make it into the pillowcase that it's supposed to be before I lose the back of it, the fabric. So I will have to get down to it. I really need to buy this floss, and I think the other floss as well, just for, you know, being able to move on with this and finish it finally. And last but not least, it's the Virgo. Just here, let me make some order. Yep, this is the Virgo, and in the Virgo I've almost finished page 3. By almost, I mean there's a stitch missing here and a stitch missing here. They're missing, yeah, because I'm missing the floss. I know I have it in my stash. I just have the stash in a few places in big piles, so I need to just work on finding the floss, and I just thought for one stitch it's not worth the trouble right now, so I moved on to page number 4. So I've got some blues done, and I've worked mostly on blues this time. There is some thing on page 4 done while I was finishing page 3. I just moved on here. So there are a few things that I continued from page 3 just because it was easier to just follow up with those few stitches. But when I started doing the page, I mostly focused on those blue ones there. So that's what we have. Almost done page 3, which is great. Nice finish. Almost a finish on the tee, almost a finish on the fairy skirt. So yay for me. Those 2 weeks were really good for my floss adventures, and I really moved forward with some of the designs. I do have a few things I didn't work on. The stag, I really didn't touch it this year yet. And Miranda, in the last 2 weeks I didn't really need it. So those 5 that I showed you, those were the ones that I worked on, and I still have 2 that I just have begun, but not touched these 2 weeks. So thanks for watching. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see my further progress with my FlossTube or other crafts that I do. Next week it's crochet tube, and then FlossTube comes back in 2 weeks time. So see ya, bye.